Hey there, Dr. David Miano here. If you've spent more than 5 minutes online, you've probably seen them. Videos claiming lost advanced civilizations from the Ice Age, ancient high technology, or conspiracies that historians are supposedly covering it up. And I'll be the first to admit, it can be fun to click on. But sooner or later, most of us ask, wait, is any of this real? Every day, sensationalized history goes viral. Hidden secrets of the pyramids, the true origins of man, ancient astronauts. But most of these stories collapse under investigation. You see, they exploit simple fallacies, cherry-picking evidence, quote mining, ignoring context, and in the process, they distort our understanding of the past, and they might fuel conspiracist thinking, sometimes even promote extremist ideologies. And that's one of the reasons why I created History versus Hype, the Anti-Bunk Toolkit, a 6-week live course designed to teach people how to spot pseudo-history, think critically about extravagant claims, and understand the real methods historians use to uncover the past. In History versus Hype, we're going to do more than just watch me debunk wild claims like I do on my YouTube channel, World of Antiquity. No, here I want to teach you how to contribute to the conversation. We'll meet live once a week for 90 minutes over 6 weeks. And don't worry if you miss a session, because they're all going to be recorded and they will be available to you indefinitely. So you can catch up at your own pace. Here's the plan. Week 1. What is history really? We'll break down the difference between solid historical inquiry and the storytelling that passes for history on social media. You'll see why some narratives get traction even when they lack evidence. Week 2, the historical method. We dive into sources, primary versus secondary, internal and external criticism, corroboration. I'll show you how archaeologists date artifacts and how historians verify documents. By the end, you'll know exactly what real evidence looks like. In week 3, red flags and fallacies. We'll practice spotting logical traps, false dichotomies, appeals to ignorance, cherry-picking, and argument from mystery. You'll learn to recognize, for instance, how an out-of-context quote can be twisted to mislead, or how personal incredulity can be stronger in some people's minds than actual science. In week 4, why people believe bad history. We're all susceptible to some form of bias, confirmation bias, pattern seeking, or wanting a simple story. In this session, we examine how emotional appeals and online algorithms amplify pseudo-history. Once you understand why you're tempted, it's easier to resist. In week 5, when history becomes a weapon, pseudo-history often serves an agenda, political, ideological, or financial. We'll look at how extremist groups misuse history to justify extremism. You'll learn strategies for pushing back when someone claims a hidden truth about a culture. In week 6, thinking historically in everyday life, we put it all together. How to evaluate new history claims in books, videos, or conversations. You'll leave with a personal toolkit, checklist, questions, and approaches to test any claim, and strategies for talking to people who already believe the hype. How can you convince them that they're going down the wrong path? What can you say to people? Sound ambitious? It is. But if you've ever wanted to go beyond watching my YouTube videos, beyond seeing me call out a silly argument, and actually dive into how real historians work, this is your chance. See, this is not about talking about individual archaeological sites or individual artifacts, although we will do that when we have examples. But it's about learning the principles involved so that if any new claim comes up, or one that you haven't heard of before comes up, you'll know what to do. You'll know how to handle it. You'll know what to look for. So this is about teaching someone how to fish instead of giving them the fish, right? Who is this course for exactly? The course is perfect for history enthusiasts who want more than surface-level YouTube videos. Maybe you've binge-watched my channel. I don't know. You might love my debunking videos, but here you'll learn how to do the debunking yourself. It's also good for educators and students who need solid tools to guide their classrooms or debates. You'll earn the confidence to evaluate sources and show your students or your classmates how to do the same. It's for critical thinkers and skeptics who spot fallacies everywhere else and want to apply those same skills to history. If you're tired of fake history spreading unchecked, you'll find a community of like-minded people here. It's even for travelers and culture buffs. Are you planning a trip to Rome, Beijing, Cairo? Imagine walking through a museum and being able to distinguish which artifacts have been sensationalized and which are the really, genuinely groundbreaking ones. That insight transforms every travel experience. Every trip to a historical site, every museum exhibit you encounter, you'll see beyond the labels and grasp the deeper story. Because you'll know what the artifact can teach us. If any of those kinds of people sound like you, then History versus Hype, the anti-bunk toolkit, is exactly where you belong. History isn't just a collection of facts. It's a method for discovering what really happened amidst all this noise. Evaluating evidence, spotting complexity, and understanding cause and effect. This is a superpower in any field, from journalism to science to everyday conversations around the dinner table. It will help you to build cultural fluency. China, Egypt, Rome, these aren't just ancient places on a map. Their legacies shape global politics, art, and technology. And when you know the real story, you can see the world more clearly. It will help you to communicate effectively. Instead of nodding along when someone makes ridiculous claims or getting into a heated argument, you'll be able to ask informed questions and share evidence. It's not about being a know-it-all. It's about being the one who brings clarity to a conversation, not confusion. It will help you to sharpen your critical thinking skills. Learning history is like a gym for your mind, right? Weighing sources, testing hypotheses, debating evidence. These skills transfer to any problem, whether it's reading a news article or making a strategic decision at work. I want you to walk away from this course feeling like you've leveled up. When you scroll through hot takes about whatever aspect of ancient history it might be, instead of instinctively going with your gut and judging it through that, you'll be more inclined to say, is there real evidence here? What is this based on? What is the argument being made? What is the logic behind it? You see, this is one of the concerns I have, because a lot of people think you can tell by going with your gut, right? You see a sensationalized claim, oh, that's ridiculous, I don't believe that. You say, oh, that sounds scientific, I believe that, but you're just going by what it sounds like. It's just the feeling that it gives you. Well, the people who believe in pseudo-history and pseudo-archaeology are doing the same thing. They're just going with what feels right. Well, how do you know you can trust your feelings? You can't. You have to go with the method. At this point, you're probably thinking, I have more questions. And that's exactly why I'm inviting you to click the link below, because even if you've watched every YouTube video I've ever made, History versus Hype is the place where you go from spectator to participant. You'll be in the same digital room with me, asking questions of me, debating real examples, walking away with skills that no free video can teach you. Imagine this. The next time someone in your feed insists they found proof of a lost advanced civilization, you'll pause, you'll ask the right questions, and know exactly where to look for evidence. When a friend or family member shares a sensational history meme, you'll already know how to respond. Hold on. Did you know about this? If you've ever been frustrated by sensationalized history or felt powerless to correct misinformation, you get into arguments, nobody listens to you. Why? Well, this is your chance to change that. And I'm not perfect. I make mistakes when I argue with people too, but together we can discuss the strategies and the skills in order to be able to answer better and to help people get out of the fog. So what are you waiting for? Click that link below, see what's inside, and let's reclaim the past together.